morning, everyone. We're out here in the garden. I took the little window off my makeshift cold frame. I don't think you can see it too well. I'll flip you around in a second. To anybody new here, I'm Meg. This is Meg's Little House in the Country, and this is what I do. I live out here where we got big old fields. I'm surrounded by fields. We got some yard projects. I still got to finish my string trimming from the other day. Yes, I got a little pink in my face. I think I caught a little too much sun. There wasn't a whole lot of sun on Saturday because it was mostly cloudy, but there was enough sun, and I did not wear my hat. So I might have a little extra pink. We'll see. At least it looks pink to me in the frame. I'll check the replay when I edit. Maybe I can even filter that out a little. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to flip you guys around now, and I'll let you take a look at what we got going here. Okay. Well, I took off my little makeshift cold frame, as I was saying. I've been balancing it on the edge of this in the bucket, and you can see my tomatoes are actually been doing quite well. They've been out here, even though we've had a few cold nights. I think it's getting warm enough now that I should be able to get them planted in the beds. So one of the things we got to get done today is get the soaker hoses laid out, and I will have to get them going and get the beds soaked all the way down. The beds need to be soaked all the way down, all the way through to the ground, so that we get a really good start. Yeah, my little flower pot here is still hanging in there and doing good. The alyssum is still hanging in there. It dries out on this side, so I keep thinking I need to turn the pot, really, because that catches all the afternoon sun, and the alyssum isn't getting enough shade, and maybe those little flowers would like some more sun. But got my dianthus is doing well. It's blooming nicely. Got this really brilliant pink, hot pink. I got these nice pale pink ones, another hot pink, and this one is actually white. They're white blossoms. I thought they would be pink like this, but that plant hadn't started blooming yet, so I didn't know what color the blossoms would be. And my little tiny, oh god, what were these? I forgot what the pot said, and I don't think I kept the tag. I don't think it had a tag. But anyways, they're very cute. They look like little tiny daisies that might, I don't know, I don't think it's chamomile. I don't think it's chamomile, but there wasn't a tag on the flower pot when I bought them. It was just, you know, looked like it would be pretty flowers, pretty white flowers in the middle. So, but I'll turn this, it'll catch the morning sun, and maybe we'll get some more. I'm really waiting for the roots on this alyssum to take off and spread, and because it will spread. It will literally fill in this whole entire area. You can see how that little bunch is already filling in nicely. But I think this area is getting too much afternoon sun and wind and not enough water. So we're going to give them a little more water on this side. And hopefully just morning sun and it will do better. I'll probably end up moving this pot somewhere else in the yard eventually. I am trying to clean up my front flower bed, and I might put it by the front door. I think it might do well there. It's a semi-shady spot. But we've got a lot of work to do. I still got to finish doing some string trimming, so let's get to it. All right, I now have my soaker hose turned on. I am just making sure it's going to get every inch of this garden beds. my raised beds. It's getting these to, I'm just a few feet, about 10 feet short, and I can order a 10-footer, just a 10-foot long piece that'd go here, but got to get them online. You can't find the 10-foot pieces in the stores. They only sell 25 and 50-foot soaker hoses. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to maybe even inch and move things on the soaker hoses so it has more coverage. You can see here where I can pull it. I'm just kind of pulling it and getting it so we have a little more coverage here. A little better coverage for some of the areas. And besides, for my squash, for the squash bed here, if I'll have this literally running up and down the entire middle of the bed right next to the plants, and they will get more than enough water from the way they are being covered. But right now I just need to let this go for a while until it is literally soaked all the way through. And yeah, this really waters well. I found last year really watered as well. Getting this turned so it goes straight down. But yeah, I had great results with these flexible soaker hoses. They're a lot more durable than the old-fashioned soaker hoses, and they water just as well. So we're going to let my beds here get nice and soaked all the way through so we can get them ready for planting. Yeah, I wish I could get this a little closer together. I'm thinking maybe if I got some of those landscape stakes, the big ones, and I could probably stake down the hose where I want it and it wouldn't kind of keep spreading. That way I could get this end a little narrower here to get better coverage in this spot right here. Oh, and there's a little plastic bit. I didn't get all those. Thought I got them all. Anyways, everybody is happy. Everybody is healthy. We're going to get ready to start planting now. And next step in getting started planting, well, is to come out here and move starts. Gotta move some starts. I've got so many sunflower starts that are coming up, and I gotta get them out because I gotta dig up all this dirt here and I gotta get it moved down to the other end. And I got grass coming up through this. And if I don't get it done now, I'm going to be calling my neighbor and saying I need it tilled again. Or I'll borrow my mom's, seeing if I have somebody who can hand till it. Oh boy, big rock. Don't want that. Where I gotta I'm making a big rock pile. Y'all, I am making a big rock pile. Since having my driveway redone, I don't actually have spots for rocks anymore, so no holes to fill. So I'm creating a big rock pile here for big rocks. Never know when they might come in useful and handy. But we got to get the tires laid out by the end of the day and get this ready for planting. It's going to be time to get pumpkins in the ground before you know it. And I got to do something about those raspberries. Wish I had some help there. I could use some help with my raspberry patch. But on to the next job. Well, everybody, I got things leveled out. It's as level as I'm going to be able to get it by hand. I shoveled out several loads from along the fence line there, and then I moved them over here. As you can see, all the divots are filled in, and I can even mow this little strip along here and get that mowed. I can do a little better job on the edge mowing of this strip. Yeah, things are going to be a little easier. So for right now, I'm going to be taking a lunch break. Then when we come back, we're going to be digging out all that grass along the back fence line and getting those dead stalks and getting things ready for my little starts, my sunflower starts, which are over in the little garden, hopefully getting wet. And here are my sunflower starts. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of water that's draining around here, and they're soaking it all up from the bottom. They're getting pretty wet. I think I got good root on just about all of them. I will actually come out and water from the top too on these. My raised beds are starting to get pretty well soaked down here, which is great. It's exactly what I need, is them to just get soaked here. And it sinks all the way to the bottom, and you can see up at the top it's really getting wet up here, and so much so that the water is coming out from under the beds. It's just coming out from under the beds there, and we actually got almost like a little stream coming down. And that's what I've got the sunflowers sitting in, is this little puddle. Let's drag these over a little more, and they will soak up all the water from the bottom up. And even my tomatoes are soaking up this nice water. I've got my little, this is my receiver for my, oh, I'm zoomed. Oops, let's zoom back out. Okay. I got the receiver for my thermostat in here, and I'm trying to keep track of what the temperature is in the shade and under my cold frame at night. And so far it's been doing good. My tomatoes have done well under the little makeshift cold frame, but I do need to get them planted. Get the tomatoes in the tomato bed, get the squash in the squash bed, figure out where I'm going to put my peas this year. I would like to try cucumbers again, but oh boy, I didn't have a whole lot of luck with the cucumbers last year. And I've got to figure out how to protect them from the wind and from the birds. Everything else is doing very well, and I'm going to take a break, go inside, and get me some lunch. All right, everybody, it's that time. I've had my lunch break. I've cooled down. It's time to get these tires all outside. We're going to stack them up out there in the driveway, or at least in front of the garage, or roll them out in front of the garage. Decide which ones are going into the pumpkin patch and which ones I need to figure out how to get rid of. Take to the dump, recycle, something. I got way too many tires. And not all of them are super well usable. Some of these still got water in them from last winter. Oh god, that is going to be so gross getting this thing out of here. Ugh. Anyways, let's get some tires in the pumpkin patch. Next time we come back, you will see all the tires sitting up nice and neat in the pumpkin patch. That is going to be totally awesome. And we're back, and the tires are all up. Got them as rows as all as straight and symmetrical as I can. It's always going around tweaking big tires and little tires, and they're none of them the same size, but I do try to get them as symmetrical as I can so my rows will be as straight as possible, or hopefully as long as possible. So we've got 6 tires in a row and 5 rows, or however you want. We can say 6 rows of 5 or 5 rows of 6. That's still 30 tires up. So I've got 30 Hills pumpkins planned. Oh, good grief. That was a loud truck. That was a big one too. Big farm truck. But anyways, 30 rows, hills, tires are up. Gotta get some cinder blocks going in here. Gotta get a sprinkler going in here and get it all soaked down. We are not going to be getting any rain this week. It's going to be hot and dry, getting up in the 70s. Nighttime temps will be anywhere from 40 to 60. So I need to get it soaked down good so it's nice and wet for planting. Okay, and there you go. Tires are up, and I didn't make you slog through it. Alright, see y'all later, folks. Well, good evening, folks. Had to go run into town. My mom wanted me to take a look at what she's been doing with her garden. Gonna have to make a video of that. Picked up a brand new sprinkler, and this one is really spraying good. The one I bought last year didn't spray so good, but then the little knob, but then I got different hoses hooked up this year. This year we have different hoses. So hopefully that will help make a difference, but we're getting everything watered down real good, including the grass in the raspberries and the grass along the back fence there. It's getting towards evening. It's probably, yep, the sun's still up in the sky, but it'll probably be going down in about an hour. But got a sprinkler hooked up. Oh, I really need to take the hose, maybe tomorrow evening, and I'm gonna need to wash that out. You can see I usually try to keep it hosed out. The songbirds and that, they like to use it for a bird bath, and so I try to keep it full of water during the summer, and I'll see them out in there splashing around. They poop in there, of course, but it's time to get my bird bath going. And yeah, I think we got a productive day. Got this done. Haven't gotten anything planted yet tonight. I'm gonna leave my tomatoes uncovered. I think they'll be okay. It's not supposed to get that cold tonight. But got a new hose for this because the old hose, the other hose, that thing grew algae in it. And I need a hose that isn't going to get algae in it. But as you can see, my sunflowers have really soaked up all the water that was just running around down here. My tomatoes are doing okay. The nights are supposed to be getting warmer, so hopefully, these are poor things. I mean, just look at those leaves. That was done by those cold winds we've had. It's almost like it got freeze-dried. But everything else is good. I've turned off the soaker hose for right now. And, yeah, I think a pretty good day's job. I got string trimming done. Still got to get around the front of that little shed and the back of the little shed. But I did get mowed along the back fence bit, weed whacking and along the outside of the fence this morning. So as you notice, it's looking really nice. Got that mowed. Mowed a little strip along the very, very back. I want to mow a second strip along the back, but I think it's so wet back there. I need to let the grass I cut down with the string trimmer dry out. Still got a few other places I need to go with the string trimmer, but it's getting late, and I think I'm getting pretty pooped out here. I don't have a lot of energy anymore, and I think I used up a little extra today, but got things done. So I'm gonna go in, and when the sun goes down, we're gonna get ourselves a little bit of a sunset. Show you my lilacs again. They're blooming so pretty. Not much. I've had a few years in the past where everything was in full bloom. Lilacs, the snowballs, the irises, all at the same time. But there you go. If I could, I'd turn on the scent so you could smell these beautiful, beautiful lilacs. Aren't they just gorgeous? I need to cut a few and bring them in the house. Make my house smell lovely. Oh, this is so good. Yeah, I still need to get out with my rake and get these rocks here, this rock pile, gravel pile, out so I can mow here. But, yeah. Oh, they look so pretty, especially from the top, because there's a lot of blossoms on the very top. Look at that. That little honeybee. Whoops. He flew off. Gonna be shy on the camera. But I think I'll leave you here. We'll come back and get a little sunset, and I'll try to get this video out. Well, everybody, it's a beautiful end to a very productive day. We got quite a bit of stuff here done. It's looking much better. All ready for planting. The pumpkin patch is ready for planting. The sun's going down. Let's head over to the road. We can catch a better view of the sunset. Just cut across my driveway here. I'm barefoot, so yeah. Tiptoe quickly across the rocks. At least they're fairly flat. But yeah, the grass is much nicer to walk on. Yeah, it's been a good productive day. Hope y'all spent Memorial Day remembering those who've passed, remembering those who gave their lives for fighting for our country, never made it home alive. I have a lot of relatives who served in the armed forces, but none of them actually passed away. And now here we can get a great view of the sunset. It's going down behind the big butte. I hope you all had good productive day today. Yeah, that is so beautiful. It's been just a beautiful, beautiful day out today. And I got quite a bit done. I did. Pretty tired. I'm gonna take a nice long soak in the tub and hopefully sleep well tonight. And Got a super busy day at work tomorrow. So I probably won't even be able to take lunch break tomorrow. It's going to be that busy. Anyways, happy Memorial Day. Hope you had a good time with your families. And if you weren't with your families, I hope you at least got to hang out with some friends or got a bunch of stuff done. Got your yard projects done. Got things around that needed to get done. And I hope you have a blessed week. And if you like my videos, please share with friends, like, subscribe, share with anybody you want to come across. Say, hey, here's this lady, she gardens, she grows pumpkins. She has lots of grandchildren. They expect pumpkins come fall. I gotta make sure that pumpkin patch produces. And as for my family, I love you all. I miss you. I wish you all lived closer to me so I could see you more often. And guess I'll see y'all on the next video.